Hello everyone, day 7 here on the journey. Today I'll be just reporting some general results as well as the further actions that were taken by these AI LLMs advices. So the first one, let's check again the leaderboard for all of our portfolios. Currently it's leading by Claude, which even though despite most of the indices falling today, it actually maintained a positive profit. In fact, currently it has totally accrued around $42 or $43 and total portfolio return since day one of our trading, which is very good. And seems like most of the strategy executed by Claude was in the right direction as of right now. The second one was on Gemini, and to be honest, I didn't really expect Gemini to immediately collapse, but it sort of did today. Um, Currently it lost around $15 in terms of return compared to yesterday. It's currently sitting at around $1,000 and three or four. So it's not really looking good for Gemini, but it's actually going worse for GPT, who now suffers around a negative $11 return since the start of our trading day. It's currently at around $987 in value, so things are not looking good for them. But there's something that's very interesting though that I just want to bring over here to the discussion is that since, as you can see, most of my portfolio screenshots, they do include the rank of the leaderboard since I placed all the portfolios under the same exact trading simulator game, so they can actually check out their ranking day by day, but they don't know who they're competing against. And it seems like only Claude picks up on this. I don't see Gemini or GPT mentioning anywhere about something about ranking. I mean, GPT sort of did mention about ranking and told me to not care about the ranking and stay focused on the market. But it's really what Claude was emphasizing on how we have a stellar ranking, we're leading ahead, we're first in a portfolio. And I don't know if it exactly played a factor inside. Is it a confounding factor that sort of functions like a reward system within AI? I'm not exactly sure about it, but it currently, as of right now, seeing that it has attained the most amount of profit makes me a little bit suspicious over in terms of how this might be factored in. But regardless, let's take a look at the general decisions made by these AI chatbots for the Thursday pre-market moves. So the first one on Claude is to hold all the positions. We're really doing well right now, and especially in terms of the decision on AMD and XAR. These two are the main stocks that we're profiting from. And there are some general trends to look out for according to Claude based on our Thursday market, including the fact that the Supreme Court, since they already postponed their tariff decision to Thursday, it might be out on Thursday morning, so you have to prepare for any sort of major stock market shifts if it might happen. We know that AMD and the XAR defenses are currently still rallying pretty strong, and SCHD turned up to be one of the good stability stocks and ETFs we're currently involved in. So yeah, basically that's general trends we're focusing on. And on to Gemini, it's also holding all positions. Basically what Gemini mentioned is that even though there is some dip, but overall the market is in red today, so it comparatively we're not doing too bad. That's according to Gemini. What I should watch out for according to Gemini is for the bank earnings that were released by Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, since they might cause market swings, and potential geopolitical relief since the possible lowering of tensions with Iran may or may have not affected some part of the oil prices. So that's probably what has affected some of the stocks, specifically on Amazon, since it's rely on transportation. So these are just some general trends to look out for in terms of geopolitical reliefs and its bank earnings, but in general. There's something that's also interesting is that since Intel is already approaching its 52-week high, it's already trading at a very high I'm not sure if it's already reached its peak yet, but according to Gemini, if it hits around the $52 mark, it's basically telling me to possibly sell it to lock in around a 25% profit, which honestly doesn't sound too bad. Um, and last we got GPT. So the general action for GPT today is to sell off my one share of Microsoft, since after noticing that it's currently on consecutive losses for 3 total days, apparently it's saying that it's the right move to just sell it off to preserve remaining capital, since it's currently dragging the entire portfolio down. But it also doesn't specify how I should reallocate my capital into other new sort of like assets. Especially it did mention that I should sort of like just keep it as remaining capital and see when does the market reach its dip, or like just basically wait and see which stocks worth investing with the remaining around $400 in capital from the portfolio. So that's all. It also suggested me to not sell the Apple stock, since it's still net positive and still relatively providing stability compared to Microsoft. And it's actually the first time that Apple experienced loss throughout the few trading days from the past 1 or 2 weeks. So I guess this is the general advice is so if you want to keep tracking my journey on this AI LM advice, remember to subscribe and like, and also share if you feel like somebody needs to know about this, or they're currently relying on AI chatbots to guide their investment decisions.